They were not rich, not in money, not in comfort, not in certainty. Every single day was a struggle. Every single meal was measured. In a small house at the end of a crowded street, a hardworking family fought silently against poverty. The father worked until his hands were rough and tired. The mother stitched clothes late into the night, her eyes heavy but her heart strong. And their daughter, Amina. She carried dreams bigger than their tiny home. One evening, the door opened. Amina walked in, but she wasn't alone. Behind her stood a thin, quiet girl, her eyes tired, her face pale. Her mother looked at the cooking pot. There was barely enough food for three. And now, there were four. For a moment, fear filled her heart. How would they manage? What would they eat tomorrow? But she said nothing. Silently, she added water to the curry. She made the bread thinner. She divided the food into 4 plates, even placing a little on her own plate, so no one would feel guilty. The guest began to eat, slowly at first, then hungrily, as if it had been days since she had tasted a warm meal. That night, after the girl left, the mother finally spoke. Amina, why did you bring her? You know we don't have enough. Amina looked at her mother, her voice soft but steady. Mother, she was hungry. She had nothing to eat. Silence filled the room. In that silence, something powerful was born. The next day, the girl returned. And the next. And the next. Sometimes the portions were smaller. Sometimes the parents slept with half-full stomachs. But no one complained, because kindness had entered their home. Years passed. The girls grew up, dreams grew bigger, and one day, graduation day arrived. The family sat proudly watching Amina receive her degree. Suddenly, someone called their name. A confident young woman walked toward them, wearing a white coat, a stethoscope around her neck. It was her, the hungry girl. But now, she was a doctor. With tears in her eyes, she hugged Amina's mother. You didn't just feed me, she whispered. You gave me the strength to survive, to study, to become who I am today. The small house that once struggled to stretch a meal had helped build a future. That day, the family understood something priceless. They were poor in money, but rich in humanity. And sometimes, the smallest plate of food creates the biggest miracle.
That's it for today's episode of Suno Kahani. Smash that subscribe button, share with your friends, and ring the bell icon to stay tuned for our next exciting story.